Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In a world constantly pushing us to think, feel, and behave in specific ways, imagine having the strength to find peace and joy no matter what chaos surrounds you. That isn't just empowering, it's transformative. It's about gaining control not over the world, but over something far more essential and entirely within our reach, our own minds. Stoicism offers us the wisdom of resilience, gratitude, and the art of living with purpose. But this isn't just a history lesson about ancient philosophers. It's a guide for your life right now. It's about facing the storms of the modern world without losing your inner calm. It's about finding peace amidst noise and joy in simplicity. It's about turning your mornings from something you dread into a launch pad for purpose and happiness. So if you've ever felt swallowed by life's noise, struggled to find peace, or simply wondered how ancient wisdom can shape a modern, meaningful life, stay with me. This might be the moment that shifts everything. Let's explore the Stoic principles that can help you design not just a morning routine, but a way of living filled with focus, resilience, and deep fulfillment. I encourage you to give this your full attention from start to finish, because if you're here, you're not ordinary. You're a seeker, someone drawn to depth and meaning. Your willingness to listen, to truly absorb what follows, already sets you apart. You might hear a word that sounds complex at first, but it carries a beautifully simple idea, one that comes from Japan. It's called Ikigai. At its heart, it's about discovering the perfect intersection between what you love, what you're skilled at, what the world needs, and what you can earn a living from. It's the point where passion meets purpose, your reason for being. Imagine waking up each morning inspired by a clear sense of direction, something that excites you so much that the idea of hitting snooze becomes meaningless. Marcus Aurelius didn't just teach us to endure hardship with quiet strength. He believed deeply in living with purpose, in playing our unique part in the world. He urged us to greet every day as a chance to fulfill our role with integrity and passion. Now, think about how this connects to Ikigai. It's not simply about doing what you enjoy. It's about aligning what you love with what truly serves others and where your strengths shine. That's where real magic unfolds. But where do you begin to uncover your Ikigai? It all starts with reflection. Ask yourself, what do I love? What am I good at? What does the world need from me? And what could I be paid for? Don't worry if the answers don't appear instantly. This journey isn't about rushing to conclusions. It's about exploration, diving into your interests, testing your abilities, and discovering where they merge. The pursuit of your Ikigai isn't a fluffy, feel-good exercise. It's the groundwork for a life filled with meaning and satisfaction. When your daily choices reflect your deeper purpose, even ordinary moments become meaningful. Your relationships flourish because you're fully present. Your creativity expands because you're in tune with your authentic drive. And happiness, well, it stops being temporary. It becomes something you carry with you quietly every day. As you consider your Ikigai, reflect on what would make tomorrow's sunrise something to look forward to. What would make you jump out of bed with anticipation rather than drag yourself through the motions? Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It unfolds gently, day by day. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself that real growth lies in consistent effort, in doing the work faithfully, with patience and honor. Finding your Ikigai isn't just about self-fulfillment. It's about recognizing your role in the greater web of humanity, contributing your unique thread to the story we're all weaving together. The ancient Stoics, especially Marcus, emphasized that our actions must have purpose. Life shouldn't be a series of random gestures thrown into the wind, but deliberate steps guided by inner wisdom. That philosophy extends beautifully into how we begin our days. It all starts the night before. Here's the truth. The quality of your morning depends on how you close your evening. It's easy to binge your favorite show till midnight or scroll endlessly through social feeds. But pause for a moment. What does that really do for your next day? Your mind needs space to unwind, to process, to restore itself. That's why a mindful evening routine matters. Treat your night with the same reverence as any other sacred ritual. It's not about harsh discipline. It's about creating an environment that supports your peace and prepares your mind for renewal. Limit screens an hour before bed, not as punishment, but as a signal to your body. It's time to rest. This single act helps you fall asleep faster and wake up sharper. And when you take a few minutes to plan tomorrow, writing down your top 3 priorities, you're already setting direction, ensuring your day begins with purpose rather than confusion. That's the Stoic mindset in motion, acknowledging what's in our control and releasing what's not. We can't manage every event that awaits us tomorrow, but we can absolutely shape how we meet it. As the day fades and silence settles in, think of your evening as a sacred bridge between what was and what will be. This is your chance to close the loop with calm intention, not anxiety. Seneca often wrote that every night we must call ourselves to account. That wasn't guilt, it was wisdom. It meant reflecting on what we did well, what we could do better, and then forgiving ourselves before sleep. Take a few minutes before bed, no screens, no noise, and just breathe. Ask yourself simple but grounding questions. What moments made me grateful today? What drained my energy? Did I live according to my principles? You don't need perfect answers. What matters is awareness. That quiet reflection prepares your mind for rest and shapes a calmer tomorrow. You can also create small rituals, a warm tea, soft music, dim light, even the scent of sandalwood or lavender. These cues signal peace to your mind. As you slow your breathing and thoughts, you're not just preparing for sleep, You're aligning your inner world with harmony. When you finally lie down, remember what Epictetus taught. We suffer not from things themselves, but from our judgments about them. Release the weight of what you cannot change. Tomorrow hasn't arrived yet, so let go of rehearsing it. Tonight is only for restoration. Let your last thought be gratitude, not for perfection, but for progress. You have lived another day, and that is enough. In this stillness, you begin to understand the Stoic truth. Peace doesn't come from avoiding the world. It comes from mastering your response to it. Each evening becomes a quiet act of courage, choosing calm when the world pushes noise. When dawn breaks, the Stoic mind awakens, not with dread, but with reverence. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I am rising to do the work of a human being.'" There is something sacred about the early hours. The air is still, the world quiet, and your thoughts unformed. Fresh clay waiting for shape. That is your most powerful time to reset your mind. Before you touch your phone or let the world rush in, take a moment to breathe, to be. Step outside if you can. Feel the cool air, hear the birds, notice the light. Nature is the greatest teacher of Stoicism, reminding us that everything unfolds in its own time, that there is beauty in simplicity and rhythm in stillness. Start your morning with gratitude, not urgency. Write down 3 things you're thankful for, even the smallest details. A warm bed, a meal waiting, another chance to grow. Gratitude transforms how you meet the day. It shifts your mind from lack to abundance. Then, set your intention. Ask yourself, what is within my control today? What virtues do I want to embody? Patience, courage, kindness. When you anchor your morning in these reflections, you stop drifting. The day becomes not something that happens to you, but something you actively shape. Because Stoicism isn't cold detachment, it's vibrant awareness. It's not about suppressing emotion, but seeing clearly, responding wisely, and walking forward with grace. That's the strength you carry into your morning, a quiet power unshaken by circumstance. The greatest challenge of our age isn't hunger or war, it's distraction. We are surrounded by noise disguised as connection, by urgency disguised as importance. Yet, the Stoics knew this struggle too. Seneca warned, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." Every notification, every endless scroll steals your most precious resource, your attention. And attention is life itself. The Stoic approach to focus isn't about rejection, it's about intentional living. It means asking yourself, does this deserve my energy? Will this serve my purpose? If not, release it. The modern Stoic doesn't escape technology, they master it. You use tools, but they do not use you. Try this. Dedicate 1 hour each morning to deep, undistracted work. No phone, no chatter, just you and your task. The clarity you gain from that single hour can outshine an entire distracted day. Epictetus said, "If you wish to improve, be content to appear foolish." In a world addicted to constant display, choosing solitude can seem strange, but that's where transformation happens. Stillness is not laziness, it's focus in disguise. It's the quiet forge where your ideas, strength, and purpose are shaped. So when your mind wanders, return to the present. Breathe deeply. Feel your hands, your feet, your heartbeat. This moment, right now, is your life. Everything else is memory or imagination. The Stoics understood. You can't control outcomes, but you can control presence. And in presence, you find freedom. Emotional mastery isn't about suppressing what you feel. It's about understanding it. The Stoics never denied their emotions. They simply refused to be ruled by them. Marcus Aurelius felt anger, fear, and sorrow, just as any of us do, but he chose awareness over reaction. Think of your mind as a calm lake. Emotions are the ripples. They arise, move, and fade. The mistake is believing you are the ripple, when in truth, you are the water beneath. When someone insults you, the untrained mind reacts. The Stoic pauses. They ask, "Is this within my control? If not, it deserves no power." Epictetus put it perfectly. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When frustration rises, observe it, label it. Say quietly, "This is anger." By naming your emotion, you weaken its control. You reclaim your composure, your reason, your strength. Modern life constantly tests our patience, traffic, criticism, uncertainty. But these are the perfect arenas for Stoic practice. Every irritation is an opportunity to sharpen your self-command. When you remain calm in a storm, people notice. They trust you, not because you dominate, but because you remain unshaken. That calmness is power, the kind that cannot be bought or faked. Emotional control isn't coldness. It's the art of responding with wisdom instead of impulse. It's the quiet assurance that while the world can shake the surface, it can never reach your depths. The Stoics believed hardship was not punishment, it was training. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Every obstacle, every pain, every setback, it's your invitation to grow. When life tests you, remember, the obstacle is not the enemy, it's the path. You can't build resilience in comfort. Just as a blacksmith tempers steel with fire, the universe tempers the soul through trials. So when adversity comes, don't ask, "Why me?" Instead ask, "What can I learn here?" Because life is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Even the greatest Stoics endured loss, betrayal, illness, but they found meaning within it. Marcus Aurelius lost children and friends, yet wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." That's what you must become, the fire that transforms suffering into strength. When your plans collapse, let patience replace panic. When people disappoint you, let understanding replace resentment. Every challenge you meet with grace adds armor to your soul. The world does not reward complaint, it honors resilience. And when you can smile through struggle, not because it's easy, but because you've chosen perspective, that's when you've understood the heart of Stoicism. You are unbreakable, not because you avoid pain, but because you know it refines you. Like a sculptor chiseling marble, life is carving away what's unnecessary, revealing the strength that's been within you all along. What does peace really mean? It's not the absence of noise, it's the presence of stillness inside the noise. Stoicism teaches that true calm doesn't depend on your environment, but on your mindset. You could be in a crowded city or a silent forest. Peace comes from the same place, within. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." And that freedom begins when you no longer depend on things outside yourself for happiness. If your joy is built on praise, it will crumble with criticism. If your confidence depends on success, it will vanish in failure. But if your peace rests on self-command, nothing can disturb it. This is the secret the modern world forgets. Happiness is not something you chase, it's something you practice. Through gratitude, reflection, and presence, peace becomes not an escape, but a discipline. Try this. Once each day, pause for a minute. Breathe deeply. Feel your surroundings without judging them. Don't seek to change the moment. Simply witness it. That's meditation in its simplest and truest form. And over time, that stillness you cultivate doesn't stay in the silence. It follows you into chaos. The Stoic doesn't live a quieter life. They live a more centered one. They walk through storms with a clear gaze, grounded in what they can control, at peace with what they cannot. That's real freedom, the ability to stay gentle in a harsh world, to choose serenity when everything tempts you toward reaction. Imagine a figure standing in half shadow, eyes closed, breathing slow. He is not a hero nor a saint, but something rarer, a soul at peace. He has faced the storms, lost what he loved, learned what he needed, and emerged, not unscarred, but unbroken. This is the Whisper Man, a symbol of quiet wisdom. He speaks softly, not because he lacks conviction, but because he no longer needs to prove anything. He knows that the loudest truth is the one spoken in silence. In his presence, you feel calm, not because he commands it, but because he embodies it. Every gesture says, you can't control the world, but you can master yourself. Every breath says, Peace begins within. The Whisper Man reminds us of what the Stoics always knew, that our greatest strength lies not in force, but in composure, not in noise, but in stillness, not in being heard, but in understanding. So as this reflection ends, carry this image with you, the silent figure serene amidst the storm. Let him be a mirror for what you can become, calm, grounded, wise. And the next time life tests your patience, remember, you too can choose the whisper over the roar. You too can live with grace, clarity, and purpose. Because peace isn't somewhere you go, it's something you practice every single day. That is the essence of Stoicism. That is the art of living well. That is the legacy of the Whisper Man.